Welcome back to On The Beat, everyone. Well, I'm here with Scott Ferguson from Financial Concepts, and I wanted to sit down and maybe help me, but also help you at home when it comes to who needs a financial planner. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Financial planning. Where do we start? When do we start? Who needs it? There's so many questions.
That's right, a bunch of questions.
Okay, where do we start?
Where do we start? Well, I think that, oftentimes we think that a financial plan is only for folks with, great means, very wealthy folks. I'd argue just the opposite, right? I think everybody needs a financial plan, right? We've all got different dreams and goals that we're trying to reach for and achieve. But if we don't put a plan in place, we're just continue on this little path that we're on. We don't know if we're going in the right direction or the wrong direction. We don't know what we should be doing to reach those dreams and goals.
It's interesting you just said all different levels, because I remember when someone told me I needed a financial planner, and I went into an office and they said to me, oh no, you don't earn enough yet. So I sort of walked away thinking, well, you're my future financial planner, you're telling me I don't have enough to plan for.
That's right.
How do you get past that? I want everyone to know at home, don't feel intimidated.
That's right, and a lot of advisors are that way. A lot of folks will have minimums. They'll say that you got to earn a certain amount before they'll sit down and talk with you. I think that's kind of foolish thinking. In my mind, everybody's got to start somewhere, right? Most of us don't start off with bags of money, right? We start off very small and we build our way up. So to me, anybody, whether you're just getting started, whether you're midway through a career or getting closer to retirement, putting that financial plan in place is going to give you the tools and the keys that you need to reach for those dreams and goals.
Well, I think you just answered my next question about who needs to implement a financial plan, but so let's skip to something else about where do we start?
Where do we start? Okay, so you got to start, where are you right now? That's the key. So everybody is somewhere financially. Some of us are in good shape. Some of us are not in good shape, right? Some of us may be strapped with college loans or debt, credit card debt, all those kind of things. And other folks may have savings in their 401k. But each person is somewhere. So you got to start where you are, determine where you are financially. What does the picture look like right now? And then what is that picture that you want it to look like in the end, right? What is that masterpiece that you want your financial plan and your financial life to look like?
I hear you what you're saying, but how do I know what I want in 20 years?
That's right. Well, you got to think about it, right? And it's far down the road, so it's one of those things.
And life changes.
Life changes, and so that's the key with a financial plan, is that you always want to make sure that you're updating and checking that financial plan to make sure that it's still in line with your goals and dreams, right? Because your goals and dreams right now, 5 to 10 years from now, may be different. They may be the same or they may not. So your financial plan to me is a document or a thing that's going to ever evolve and change as your life changes. You want your plan to change with you.
Well, that's perfect, because I did want to ask you, how often should we review our financial plan?
I like to review a financial plan at least once a year.
Really?
Some folks want to do it more often than that, but I want to do it at least once a year to make sure that we're on the right track. Because as you said, life's going to change. Life is the best at throwing a curveball. Right when we think everything's going this way, we end up over here. And so you want to make sure that you're checking that financial plan, reviewing it to make sure it's in line with where you are, or if there's been a curveball, what do we need to do to get that plan back on the right track? Maybe we've had a setback. Maybe we've had a job loss. All those kind of things that can change a financial plan, you want to be reviewing it to make sure that your plan's still on the right track.
Well, I want everyone to know at home, and maybe you can let us all know, because I remember when I first went and I started doing this conversation with a planner, it sounded terribly complicated, and it completely drowned me out.
That's right. And I always make the joke, in our industry, we're the best at muddying the water. We like to make things complicated, right? I'm just the opposite. I'm a simple guy. I like simple things, right? I wear blue jeans to work every day. That's me. I want to keep things simple, and so a financial plan can be very simple. We can certainly make it complicated and muddy the waters if you want to, but for most of us, it's just determining, where we are right now, what is our income, what are we trying to achieve, what can we afford to save, and what tools do we need to use to reach those dreams and goals.
And it could be as simple as putting a college plan together for your kids.
That's right. It can be something very simple. It can be bigger things.
Well, we appreciate you. We've got lots more to talk about over the next few months as well. Thank you for coming in. If you want to find out more information about this amazing man and the financial planning, there it all is up on the screen, everyone. Financial Concepts, Scott Ferguson. Back after this short break, everyone. You're watching On The Beat.